We're live again. We're live again. What's up? What's up? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Please, come on in. This live right here for the real ones. Yeah, this live right here for the real ones, man. This live for the real ones right here. If you a real one, you're going to respect this live tonight. If you fake, you might not like me after the night. If you don't like me anyway, what difference do it make, right? Come on in. Come on in. We going right in tonight. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We live. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. What up? What up? We gonna deal with it. We gonna deal with it. Let's go. Man, I love this, man. Got my dimples showing. Where the ladies at, man? Come on in. I only show my dimples for the ladies. That's it. Come on in. Where we at? Double salute to my guy, Jeremy Austin. What up, Jeremy? He's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roller Tape Film Crew. Let's go. We got to deal with it. There you go. Double salute to my guy. He already know what's going down. Lucky McKinnell's, what's up? We going to deal with it. Come on. Come on in. This live right here is only for the real ones. I'm animated tonight. Let's go. Let's go. You know, listen, check this out. We went live last night. We had 5,100 plus here last night. 5,100 was here last night, right? Air fryer didn't really warm up like that. Air fryer, all I did was plug the air fryer in last night. Hopefully we can have the air fryer warm up to 500 degrees tonight. And y'all know exactly what that means if you're part of the Roller Tape family. You know your contributions really help this channel grow. I need y'all to come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Grab a plate. Grab a plate. I have some food that I want to serve you. Some food for thought. You ain't going to find this nowhere else. Everything I'm going to say tonight, you not going to find this nowhere else. And for my educated audience members, you're not going to find any of this information anywhere else. Okay? Come on in. Come on in. See, when you love what you do and you can stand on what you do, right? It don't matter what environment you in. You can always be straight up and down and keep it real. So that's what we doing tonight. Come on in. Come on in. I don't want to waste nobody's time. You know, I like to talk a little bit in the introduction. We're not doing that tonight. We're going straight in. I need the audience members to come in. Check this out, right? Real quick. Can y'all do me one favor? I promise you, I don't ask for much. I swear to you. Everybody that knows me personally know I don't ask for much. In fact, I really don't ask for anything. But I am going to ask for something tonight. May you please click on, somebody just did it. They already know where I'm going. One like. You know I don't ask for much. If the likes can be congruent with the viewership, that would be very helpful. Because listen, what you're going to hear from me tonight, we need YouTube to push it out in the algorithm. I need every content creator in the boxing community to hear me loud and clear tonight, okay? We're going to get a few things clear tonight. We're going to get some things clear. But in order for people to really, really hear this message that I have tonight, we need your support. And it's only one like. We don't ask for much here. Can I get one like? If you are a part of the Roller Tape family, you've been around long enough, you know how I am, right? You know I provide quality content, right? You know that. So if I ask you for a like, come on now. We're going to have thousands of people here tonight. They're going to come in late. They're going to come to class late. And that's okay too. Y'all see my hat? Hopefully after the night, we can change that. I'll be someone's favorite. But after what I'm going to say tonight, I'm probably not going to be nobody's favorite. Come on in. We getting right into it. Right into it. Yeah, I need all my haters too. I want to acknowledge you tonight. This channel is nothing without you. I promise you that. Okay? I want to double salute all of the people that don't like me. All of my haters, I appreciate your viewership. You are part of the 2.7 million. Did y'all hear me? 2.7 million views in a matter of 3 years that we have right here live in almost 3 years. 2.7 million views out of all the content. All right? I appreciate it. Come on in. Come on in. Grab you a plate. I have some food that I want to serve you. Some food for thought. Can I get one more like? I don't ask for much. I promise you that. Just one like. We going to go ham tonight. We going in tonight. I know I am. I don't know what y'all going to do in the live chat, but I am. Double salute to each and every last one of you that are watching the replay of this live. I appreciate your viewership. And please engage in the comment section below because I do read the comments. Might not read all of them all the time, you know, but for the most part, I'm on it. And I will engage back with you. Come on in. I got the livest chat on YouTube. I promise y'all that. Can I get one more like before I start the show? Uncle Villain, what's up? Y'all might see me looking at the screen a lot, right? Here's the thing. I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm the same Marty I am off of YouTube, okay? All right? But let me keep it real with y'all. Steve, salute. Steve Mega, what's up? Check this out. I literally just took my glasses off. And if you wear corrective lenses, you understand this. The medicine in your glasses, right? And the prescription in those lenses, right? They work for your eyes. But when you take your glasses off sometimes, it can be a little bit, right? So if you see me squinting a lot, I'm reading the comments. You see me leaning up, I'm reading the comments. But guess what? My vision is going to come right back. It's not blurry. Everything's cool. But what it is it's going to take me a few minutes to really see clearly, all right? Just want to let y'all know that. Because we family. Even the ones that don't like me, we still family. Can I get one more like, though? You can ask anybody that know me. They'll tell you I'm the same Marty on YouTube that I am off YouTube. And what I mean by that is I'm honest. I'm up and down. I'm going to keep it real with you. Never going to lie to you, right? Look, I don't tell people what they want to hear. I tell people what they need to know. And that's why most women respect me. Okay? Come on in. Grab a plate. Please come on in and grab a plate. I have some food that I want to serve you. Some food for thought. Come on in. Come on in. Appreciate you, Evil. Who else we got in here? Oh, the topic tonight? Somebody asked me the topic. Oh, you know, the title is Terence Crawford Biggest Racism. Now, we done did a series every Monday. Did y'all peep the game? Some of y'all didn't even peep it. Huh? You see what I'm doing every Monday, right? You see what I'm doing every Monday and every Tuesday. You see it, right? Just for now. Just a little 6-part series. It's just a little 6-part series. Look, we did Terence Crawford, Biggest Cheater, followed by Terence Crawford, Biggest Hypocrite, followed by Terence Crawford, Biggest Lie, followed by Terence Crawford, Biggest Mistake, and tonight, Terence Crawford, Biggest Racism. We're going to deal with it tonight. The perspective that you're going to hear tonight, I promise you, you're not going to hear it nowhere else. I guarantee it. And I'm expecting people to do videos on me, lives, subliminals, shots. I'm expecting all of it after the night. And I welcome it too. And you know what? Guess what I'm going to do? Respond. If your channel is noteworthy and what you're saying is newsworthy, I'm going to respond. I don't care who you are, content creator or not. I just want y'all to know that. That's what we doing. We on that. Yeah, I'm steering my grist tonight. Come on in. Did we get one more like? No, we still got one. I need one more though. We only got like 100 and something people in here. I know what the numbers telling y'all, but that's because somebody's on the. See, the audience is over on another platform. They be over here soon. Yeah. People gonna come late. Don't worry about it Because guess what Manager Marty's going to do? I'm going to give you what you ask for. I'm going to give y'all what you want. Every time you come here, whether it's 1, 10, or 1,000 people, I'm always going to present quality content because that's what I do. Here we go. Hey, Nikki Love. What's going on, sweetheart? The ladies here now. So, fellas, be on your best behavior now because the ladies came here to see me. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Nikki Love, what's up? All right, we going to go right in. Check this out, right? The ladies got my dimples showing. Hey, who that? Hey, Lucky. Ho. Lucky. Chill. Lucky, chill. Yeah, chill. They came to... Hey, you already know who they came to see. Double salute to my guy plugging the air fryer up early. Fort Greene Pharaoh, thank you, Fort Greene Pharaoh, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Know you just plugged it in. Thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate your support and contribution as always. Fort Greene Pharaoh says, salute, maestro, conductor orchestra king. Yes, I am. Nikki Love, you know I'm just joking with my brother. You know I'm just joking with Lucky. He know what's up. He know what it is. Yo, let me play something for y'all real quick. Did we get the, oh, we got a couple more likes. Listen, don't worry about the numbers. See, what we do, when you come to class with the professor, Manager Marty, when you come over here, don't worry about who's not here. They going to catch the replay, and we going to have a lot of content creators that's going to be in the background. They're going to be watching. Some of them support me, and some of them don't, and that is okay. Don't worry about who's not here. As long as you here, you in the right spot. Here we going to play something for y'all. I need everyone to listen closely to what I'm about to play you. Now, you may have heard it already, and that's okay. But we have to deal with it tonight. Okay? A lot of racism going on. We're going to deal with it tonight, all right? All right, here we go. Roll the tape.
Breaking tonight, hours after Omaha celebrated hometown boxing champ Bud Crawford's accomplishments with a parade, he's pulled over by Omaha police, setting off a social media firestorm. Good evening, I'm Brian Mastry.
And I'm Zena Taher. Today is Bud Crawford's birthday. He turned 38. What happened at the traffic stop early this morning in downtown Omaha is now the subject of an internal investigation at the police department.
First Alert 6 reporter Andrew Pfeiffer tonight with reaction from the mayor and Omaha police. He also talked to one of the people in Crawford's vehicle, and Andrew joins us live in the newsroom. Andrew?
Brian, Zena, new details emerging from an incident early this morning surrounding Terence Bud Crawford and his security team. It escalated to a point where guns were drawn by police. Now, just over the weekend, a parade was held for the pound-for-pound champ. He was awarded the second key to the city from Mayor John Ewing, but later that night, that celebration turned to fear for those inside the vehicle pulled over just a couple blocks from where the party was held. Police say they pulled over a vehicle for reckless driving at around 12th and Cass. Once they had stopped, Crawford was identified as the driver. According to police, officers observed a firearm on the floorboard on the driver's side. All four people, including members of Crawford's security team, were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. I spoke with the head of Crawford's security this afternoon, who says he's still shaken up.
Yeah, we were getting ready to lose our lives. That was a nightmare. You know, future husband, just had a brand new child and, you know, children and, you know, and stuff like that. And to know that I almost lost my life last night because we had a police officer that don't know how to articulate a traffic stop.
Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and Crawford was issued a citation for reckless driving. All the firearms inside the vehicle were also all legally owned. In a statement from the mayor today, it read...
All right, we heard enough. Did y'all hear that? I'm probably not going to play that again. Now, we get new viewers that's coming in. I might play it again, but for right now, I'm not going to play it again. Come on in. You're not going to find what I'm about to say nowhere else. So I need y'all to grab a plate. Before you take a seat, grab a plate. I have some food that I want to serve you. Some food for thought. Now, let's get right to it. I'm going to start this off by addressing everybody that was in that car. Y'all see the hat say I'm nobody's favorite. And so after the night, might not be anyone's favorite. But you know me, I've been popular all my life. I don't do this to be famous. I mean, look, the money is aight, but I don't even do this YouTube stuff for the money. Everybody knows I'm the most controversial, the most imitated, the most insulted, but the least paid content creator in the YouTube boxing community. Now, enough with the hugs, handshakes, and Valentine's Day cards. It was 4 people reported to be in that vehicle, right? I'm going to address every last one of them tonight. You ain't going to find it nowhere else. Now, before I do that, I want to send a public service announcement to all of my counterparts on YouTube in the boxing community. Whether you like me or you don't like me, whether you agree with me or you don't agree with me, this is for everybody. And guess what? If you want to respond to me, I welcome it. It's all love. Not going to take nothing personal. But I want to send out a public service announcement. Double salute to my guy, Boss Hog Boxing in the building. What's up, big dog? Now, before I'm going to address all 4 people that was in that car when that car got pulled over. When that automobile was pulled over, I'm going to address all 4 parties that was involved. All 4 individuals that was in that car. You ain't going to find this nowhere else. But before I do that public service announcement, content creators, fellow counterparts, male and female, I respect the fact that you are a content creator. I respect the fact that whether you're monetized or not, you invest your time to give the audience whatever food you want to serve them. But I got a public service announcement for all of you. Whether you like me or not, whether you agree with me or not, whether we cool or not. Hear me and hear me clearly. We have a responsibility to provide our audience members with the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help us God. And what I mean by that, now this does not apply. What I'm about to say does not apply, full disclosure, does not apply to all of you. But the ones of you, the content creators, that called this white police officer a racist, for you content creators that ran with the narrative and exposed the narrative, and you fed the audience members the narrative that racism played the part in this situation, you dead wrong. Whether you like me or whether you don't, whether you agree with me or whether you don't, whether we cool or not. If racism was the basis for what you gave your audience, you misleading the public because you didn't give them the whole story. I know some of you going to respect me after this. You got to give people the whole story. We have so much ground to cover before we even talk about whether race played a role in everything that occurred. And we're going to deal with it tonight. You best believe I'm going to deal with it. But before I can even deal with the elements of race or ism, we got to deal with what happened. I'm talking about the full facts. You got to tell everything. You got to put everything out there. When you tell a story, it's funny, I've been telling some people this recently. When you tell a story, tell the whole story. Don't leave no parts out. Don't leave any parts out when you tell a story. You can't do that. Because if you do that, you're putting out a narrative, right, that people going to get in their emotions and they're going to run with, they're going to repeat it, regurgitate it, and guess what happens? The truth gets filtered. The truth gets watered down. And in this live, And in every piece of content that y'all all have ever heard me publish, I ain't give you nothing but truth. You ain't gonna find one video that I published where I lied, period. And so what I'm doing is holding my fellow counterparts accountable to expose the full truth. And what the full truth is, we don't know if that cop was racist or not. And let's say the cop is racist. Address the whole story, please. Tell everything that happened so that your audience members can get the facts and then they can discern from there. But don't leave parts of the story out because you want to put out a narrative and promote a narrative of racism. There's nothing cool about that. I'm going to give y'all a story that I gave you last night, and I'm going to do it again now. For some of you that were not here, right? Real quick, if a black person walked into a store that was owned and operated by an Asian person, right? And that Asian person was following that black person around from a distance while the black person was shopping in their store. And the black person went to the counter, paid for the product that they came in there for, right? And then left, right? That Asian person was wrong because that Asian person naturally assumed that just because this patron and customer was black, that black patron and customer was a thief and or a robber. And that's why that Asian worker was following the black person around. The whole black community would be in an uproar if we saw that on camera, right? And by right, we should. We should have some sort of discomfort in seeing someone that's of another race or culture, right? Profile this black person. Automatically assume that this black person is a thief or a robber. But all the black person was doing was patronizing their store. What's the point of me bringing that up? If the Asian person was wrong for doing that and putting that jacket on that black person with no proof, with no evidence, then guess what? So are you. If you are a minority and you putting a jacket on that white police officer calling him racist with no proof, you're wrong. And as a community member, I have a responsibility to hold you accountable. And we can't do that because it's wrong. It's not right. There's no integrity in that. Now, if you're going to tell a whole story and you're going to give your opinion and say, I think, after you tell your audience members the entire story without leaving any parts out, and if you give your opinion after that and you say, you know what, I think that cop was racist, I can understand that perspective because of the climate of what happens in the country here in the United States of America. Between white police officers and black motorists, right? And I'm not saying that all the cops in those scenarios in the past were racist. I'm just saying the climate, the optics, right? I get it. But we have a responsibility to our audience members to provide the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us, God. So that whole narrative of, oh, the white cop was racist, pointed a gun at Terence Crawford, dead over here. We ain't doing that. It's not cool. We can still be cool after I say this. But at the end of the day, if other people from other races and cultures can't do it, neither can we. Just because we are minorities, do not give us the privilege to put a jacket on somebody else, but not hold ourselves accountable. And what that means is we cannot have selective outrage. And most of you content creators that's calling this white cop a racist, I done heard half of you use the N-word on your platform. So don't be a hypocrite. If the white man can't use the word without somebody black being offended, you can't either. You ain't gonna find this nowhere else. Huh? We gotta keep it real. Listen, I'm the same Marty on YouTube that I am off of YouTube. It's no different, but we gotta keep it real, y'all. Now, moving right along. Before I address the 4 people that was in that car with Terence Crawford. Well, the 3 people that was in the car, including him, that was 4. Check this out, right? You know I don't want to hear none of you black activists in the boxing community. You know that, right? Let me say that again for the people that's in the back of my class sleep with their head down. You know I don't want to hear none of you black activists in the boxing community on YouTube. I don't want to hear none of y'all. Want to know why? Because there was no justice for me. Where were the black activists to defend me? I'm black. I'm from the hood. Right? I'm from the street. Huh? I changed my life around a long time ago. But the point I'm making is I'm black. Where was the black activists in the YouTube boxing community for me? Huh? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Okay, let me refresh y'all memory. Remember when Rachel Donaire, that Asian woman, when she lied on me? She lied on me several times. Y'all remember that? Where was the black activist on YouTube to defend me? I'm black. Oh, okay. When Rachel Donaire, that Asian woman, y'all remember she brought up a situation about my son, my teenage son? Y'all remember that? Where was the black activist to defend me then? I'm black. What about the narrative that Rachel Donaire put out about me, the Asian woman, when she lied on me and said I was using her to get some free tickets for the Errol Spence Terence Crawford fight? And she paid for my hotel stay. And she paid for my flight to get there. When she lied on me. Y'all remember that? Y'all don't remember that? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm black. Where was the justice for me? What about when she disrespected me on Knockout Boxing's channel, Knockout 86? Huh? Y'all remember that? Oh, y'all remember that? Oh, okay. Where was the justice for me at? Where was the black activism to defend me? Huh? Oh, okay. What about Victor Conti, the white man, when he disrespected me, even just over a month ago, calling me a moron? Y'all remember that? I'm black. Where was the black activism for me? What about when Victor Conti, a year and a half ago, because he was in his feelings, because I was exposing truth about his words that he said to y'all, lying to y'all. He said I'm like a homeless musician standing on the side of the road begging for change. That's what the white man said about me. Where was the black activism on YouTube for me? I'm black. Oh, okay. Should I continue? Okay, good. I am. Where was the black activism for me when Victor Conti, the white man, made a reference about my mother and my mother is black? Where was y'all at to stand up for me then? Oh, okay. Y'all want me to continue? Okay, I'm in my grits. I am. What about Rick Glaser, the white man, when he was here on this channel in front of all of y'all and he called me a effing clown because I backed him in the corner and I proved something wrong about him? Y'all remember that? I'm black. Where was the black activism for me? Oh, it doesn't stop there. What about after Rick Glaser left here, the white man Rick Glaser, when he went on Twitter, he called me a lifelong loser. I'm black. Where was the black activism for me then? The man met me for only an hour on YouTube and had 2 conversations with me, less than 5 minutes on the phone before he got here. But yet he was able to diagnose that I'm a lifelong loser. And guess what? Both of those white men are over the age of 65 years of age. So you know what that means. But I never came out and called them racist. But what I'm trying to get at is, where was the black activism at for me? Oh, it doesn't stop there. Let's travel down the black road. What about Blue Blood Sports TV? He's black. Y'all remember when he lied on me and he said I flagged his channel. Y'all remember that? I'm black. Where was the black activism at for me? Huh? I'm not mad. I'm just asking the question. Where was it? Oh, it doesn't stop there. I told y'all I pulled up on Blue Blood in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. We had a conversation like men. I initiated that conversation. Did he get it understanding? He was with 5 men. And I still stood up tall. And nothing happened. And the man extended his hand to shake my hand after that. Right? Because I held him accountable like a man. But he went on his platform and lied and said I ran from him. Where was the justice at for me? Where was the black activism at? When Blue Blood called me the water boy. Y'all don't remember that? Oh, okay. When Blue Blood said I look like a retarded child. I look like a retarded kid because I got big ears. But no woman ever called me ugly. I ain't never have I ain't never have a problem in the department. In fact, girls and math was my favorite 2 subjects in school. I don't know what he talking about. But he said that. The bottom line is he was insulting me as a black man. Where was the black activism at for me? Oh, it doesn't stop there. BFTB, a black man. Remember he lied on me and he called me goofy? Where was the black activism at for me? Oh, it doesn't stop there. He lied and said he didn't ask to take a picture with me, like he was a fan. And then guess what happened after I proved the fact that he did say it? And guess what? I showed y'all the picture that he asked to take with me. And then he posted it on his Instagram and said, Manager Marty in the building. I caught him lying, right? And after I caught him lying, his words, not mine, I got the tape. He said, tell your bitch, referring to a woman. He was referring to a woman I'm dating or a woman I'm married to. Tell her to come over here and suck my DICK. A black man said that to me, all because I proved he lied on me. Where was the black activism at for me? I'm just asking a question. I'm not mad. I'm just asking, where was these so-called black activists in the YouTube boxing community? Where were y'all to stand up for me? Y'all want me to continue or you want me to stop right there? Okay, I'm going to keep on going. What about Champ Side? When I backed him in the corner. When he lied and said, Victor Conti's on the other side now. And I said, what do you mean by that? Do you mean that he's on the other side, meaning he's doing good now since he was a criminal? Oh, no, you got to follow my thoughts. I'm not, when he tried to gaslight me. Y'all remember that? And he went on his platform the next day. And he was insulting me, calling me a fake manager. You remember that? Oh, okay. Where, and he's black, by the way. Where was the black activism at for me? Oh, it doesn't stop there. Bill Haney, a black man. See how I can recall all of this? I don't need no notes. It's here. Bill Haney called me a fake manager. Y'all remember that? Called me a manager of Walmart, undermining my authority and experience as a boxing manager, right? He's black. Where was the black activism at for me? Should I continue or should I stop right here? I can keep this thing going. I'm the most insulted YouTube boxing content creator. We all know that. And I'm not complaining. I welcome it all. I live for moments like these. If you know me personally, you know. But I'm saying, where was these black activist channels at? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where was y'all at? And guess what? I'm going to park my school bus right here. Ask any of them that I just named. What did Manager Marty do wrong to you? And you know what? They ain't going to never come back with no legitimate answer. And I'm calling them by name. Rachel Donaire, Victor Conti, Rick Glaser, Bill Haney, Blue Blood Sports TV, Champ Side, BFTB. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anyone? Oh, okay. Now run and go ask him what I do wrong to him. Nothing. Oh, okay then. Now with that being said, where is the black activism at? When people be in my live chat disrespecting and insulting me. And some of them be black. Oh, okay. That's all I'm saying. I'm not angry. I'm talking animated to give y'all entertainment for it. This entertainment file you. Right? Oh, okay. I hope I ain't miss anybody. Hope. Let me see. Did I miss anyone? Oh, I did. Timothy Bradley. He's black. Woo! Timothy Bradley, a black man. Because he was mad because I said snack works and it enhances Shakur Stevens' performances. Tim Bradley said in my comment section, I hope you get sued. A black man said he hope I get sued. Where was the black activism at on YouTube for me? Oh, I'm stirring my grits tonight. Y'all want me to continue? Okay, good, I am. Floyd Schofield, Sr., Kid Austin's dad. He threatened to sue me. For what? Because I put out a video that somebody else, really all I did was republish the video that somebody else published of him beating up his girlfriend on camera. Oh, it doesn't stop there. Thank you. Hey, Rob Jones. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, Floyd Schofield Sr., he black. Thank you, Rob Jones. Coach Malachi, the one that was sitting in the backseat of this car we going to talk about. What about him? Insulting me, calling me Fanny Jermarty and janitor and all that. What about him? He black, insulting me for no... Oh, okay, for no reason. Where was the black activist channels then to defend me? Now ask Tim Bradley, go ask Coach Malachi, ask Rachel Donaire, ask Victor Conti, ask Rick Glaser, ask Blue Blood Sports TV, ask BFTB, go ask all of them, what did Manager Marty do wrong to you? Nothing. Now let's move on with the show. And talk about them 4 people that was in that car. I want y'all to know, this water in this cup, baby. Because Rachel Donaire lied to y'all and said I was pissy drunk in Vegas. I ain't drink an ounce of liquor when I went to Vegas. What is she talking about? In fact, she offered me a drink, and I declined. Now go ask her. You ain't never find me drunk nowhere. I barely even drink. I don't smoke. I don't pop pills. Don't listen to people lying to y'all. Come on now. And some of y'all been out with me. Places that had a bar in it. And you see me order a soda. Now, I do have a problem with soda, and I am working on that. That is my beverage. I'm working on that. But the bottom line is these people been lying on me, insulting me. Where was the justice at for little old me? Now, moving right along. Let's start with Coach Malachi. It was 4 people in the car. Y'all heard the report, and we're going to dive right into it. I love this show. I got people that used to mess with me back in the day still mad at me for stuff that I did that was righteous. How you get mad at somebody that's doing right? Whatever. And they watching me now probably. I put on the show for everybody. You hear me? I'm an entertainer. I put on the show for everyone. You hear what I'm saying? Where the ladies at, man? There's too many men in this room, man. Sometimes it only takes one real woman to be with you. It only takes one real woman to support you. That's all it takes sometimes. Because a lot of men gonna be hating. Sometimes it just takes one woman to just say, you know what, Manager Marty? You right, I'm riding with you. It only takes one sometimes, but I know I have a lot. I checked the look. I checked my analytics a few days ago. The viewership of the women, the female, it's increasing exponentially. Y'all better stay with me. The ladies know what time. Listen, one thing about ladies, they know when a man is being genuine. They know. They just be quiet and let you play yourself and let you hang yourself and let you talk yourself out of it. Some of y'all on here watching me live and talk yourself out of the panties a long time ago. Yeah, I see a lot of y'all suckers on YouTube. Yeah, all these gangsters on, we're lucky at when you need him. All these gangsters on YouTube. Ain't no place for that. No place for that in boxing. I told y'all that last year when Bill Haney tried it. Where these black activists at talking about racism? I ain't riding with it. I can't put that jacket on that white cop, homie. I don't know if he racist or not, but we going to deal with the facts. That's what we going to deal with tonight. I don't care if you like me. Look, here's the thing. Y'all been ain't like me anyway. So there's nothing I'm going to say tonight to make you like. Huh? Care about none of that. As long as my family love me, I'm good. As long as my friends love me, I'm good. But above all that, as long as my God still love me, don't make no difference. Huh? Don't make no difference. Double salute to Fort Greene Pharaoh again, spinning the block, turning the air fryer up to 350 degrees. Fort Greene Pharaoh says in the super chat, we got to stop being pro-black when it's convenient. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Fort Greene. We can't just be pro-black when it's convenient. Huh? We can't use that race card when it's convenient. We can't do that. I'm talking about we as a minority, as a black community. And guess what I'm going to tell you right now? This is a slogan and a quote directly from me. If the shoe fits, take it off and find a bigger size to grow in. Okay? But if it don't apply to you, chew up the meat and spit out the bones. Now let's get to the 4 people that was in this car. I got a question for all of them. First of all, hold up for a minute. My guy, double salute. He been rocking with me for a couple years now. He's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roller Tape Film crew. Mike Dangerfield is with us. Omega Red, what's up, big dog? Hey, Randy Watson. I'm talking about the Lord, homie. Don't ever get it twisted, Randy. I serve the Lord of the Most High. Don't ever get that twisted. I know I'm animated tonight, but I'm real serious about my faith. Don't do that. I cook you tonight. I will air fry you on here, Randy. I know you one of my haters. I see you. Hey, listen, Randy. Let me tell you something, Randy. I love the fact that you were part of the 2.7 million views that we got here. I got love for you, Randy. Because guess what? I don't eat Brussels sprouts because I don't like them. And guess what? Hey, look, right? I was talking to my son. Hey, Randy, this for you, Randy. Check this out. Hey, Randy, 2 years ago, right? I was talking to Lil Marty. Most of you met him. You know what he said? He said, Dad, it's this girl in school. She just keep messing with me every day. Sucking her teeth when she walked past me. Keep tapping me and running. She annoyed me. She keep messing with me every day. I took my glasses off and I told my junior, I said, Champ, I said, son, she likes you. Well, I don't like her, Dad. Yeah, I know. But she likes you, son. That's why she keeps messing with you. And I'm saying all that to say, Randy, the reason why you here, you act like you don't respect me, boy, you like me. And I ain't talking about like that. I'm talking about as a man, you like what I be saying. You know you a Bud Crawford fan, but you respect the work I put in, bro. And it's cool. Don't be in the live chat trying to act like we got a problem, Randy. You feeling me, bro. You respect the moves I make. And I respect that. You want to know why? Because one thing y'all going to learn about Manager Marty. I'm the same way I am on YouTube that I am off YouTube. And what that means is simply this. I don't demand respect. I command respect. I'm going to say that again because I want somebody in the back of the classroom with their head down to make sure they hear this. Y'all see the swag when I talk? That's how I really am. Check this out. I don't demand respect. I command respect. And what I mean by that is this. You ain't got to respect me, but you going to respect me. That's what that means. Y'all understand what that means, right? Moving right along. Who that, Miss Joe? Hey, Miss Joette. What's going on, sweetheart? I told y'all, all the ladies here. Now, Randy Watson in the chat just said, look, he just said, no, I do not. You don't respect me? You don't respect the work I've been putting in for almost 3 years, bro? You don't like me? Cool, I'm cool. Listen, as long as the ladies love me and respect and like me, I don't care if y'all, I ain't attracted to men anyway. But Randy, stop acting like you don't respect. You wouldn't be. I don't eat Brussels sprouts because I don't like them. Hey, listen, if I don't like somebody, I ain't talking about them. I ain't watching them. I ain't calling them. I ain't doing none of that. You hear what I'm saying, Randy? I know that's right. Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at when you need them? Mac Marty activated. Yo, check this out, right? Look, right? Coach Malachi was in the back of the car. We're going to deal with all 4 of them that was in the back. That was in the car. Let's start. We're going to start from the back seat and work all the way up to the driver's seat. You ain't going to find this nowhere else. Check this out as the viewership is increasing exponentially, right? Look, we got new members. All right, check this out before I do that because I don't want anyone to get lost in translation. I said a lot. Hold on. I'm going to play that last clip again. This is from the news now. I'm going to play it all over again. And then I'm going to dive in it because you're going to hear the reporter say there was 4 occupants in the vehicle, okay? And we're going to deal with that. All right? Big Rod, what's up, Big Rod? I see you in the joint. We say joint in Philly. I got half of Texas saying joint when I moved out there. Double salute to my guy. He's a day one supporter, member of the channel, supervisor of the Road to Tape film crew, my guy, Aaron Muhammad. Thanks for the support, Aaron. Aaron says this in the super chat. Manager Marty, being pro-black is not a slogan that people speak. It is a positive mindset that commands self-respect. We must be accountable. And I totally agree with you, Aaron. That's the key, the mindset. And we cannot be selective in that mindset. We can't have this outrage of holding others accountable and not holding ourselves accountable, black people. Come on, minorities. Come on now. We got to keep it real. Even when we are wrong as black people, we got to stand up tall and maintain integrity. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to play, because Aaron just got here, I'm going to play the news clip, and we're going to do it, because I don't want y'all to miss any of the facts that's being reported, okay? All right, here we go. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.
Breaking tonight, hours after Omaha celebrated hometown boxing champ Bud Crawford's accomplishments with a parade, he's pulled over by Omaha police, setting off a social media firestorm. Good evening, I'm Brian Mastry.
And I'm Zena Taher. Today is Bud Crawford's birthday. He turned 38. What happened at the traffic stop early this morning in downtown Omaha is now the subject of an internal investigation at the police department.
First Alert 6 reporter Andrew Pfeiffer tonight with reaction from the mayor and Omaha police. He also talked to one of the people in Crawford's vehicle, and Andrew joins us live in the newsroom. Andrew?
Brian, Zena, new details emerging from an incident early this morning surrounding Terence Bud Crawford and his security team. It escalated to a point where guns were drawn by police. Now, just over the weekend, a parade was held for the pound-for-pound champ. He was awarded the second key to the city from Mayor John Ewing. But later that night, that celebration turned to fear for those inside the vehicle pulled over just a couple blocks from where the party was held. Police say they pulled over a vehicle for reckless driving at around 12th and Cass. Once they had stopped, Crawford was identified as the driver. According to police, officers observed a firearm on the floorboard on the driver's side. All 4 people, including members of Crawford's security team, were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. I spoke with the head of Crawford's security this afternoon, who says he's still shaken up.
I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives. That was a nightmare. You know, future husband, just had a brand new child and, you know, children and, you know, and stuff like that. And to know that I almost lost my life last night because we had a police officer that don't know how to articulate a traffic stop.
Thankfully, nobody was hurt, and Crawford was issued a citation for reckless driving. All the firearms inside the vehicle were also all legally owned. In a statement from the mayor today...
All right, we've heard enough. Enough with the hugs, handshakes, and vibes. Let's get right to it. So check this out. Let's point out some facts real quick. Hey, P Flame, what's up, big dog? I'm going to address all 4 people that was in that vehicle. We're going to start from the back seat and work our way all the way up to Terence Crawford, all right? The driver. You ain't going to find this nowhere else. I promise y'all, I'm going to put on a show for you all tonight. I know what you came here for. You came here for entertainment and education, like you always do. And I guarantee you, I'm going to give you what you asked for. Now, let's outline some facts. Number 1, Terence Crawford is 38 years old. We're going to outline everything we just heard the news reporter say. What news station is this? First Alert 6. That was Omaha, right? Now, there's some facts. Number 1, Terence Crawford, 38 years old. Okay? That's critical to the point that I'm going to make later. Stay right there and don't move. Grab a plate. If you're just joining us live in Living Color, I need you all to grab a plate. I have some food that I want to serve you. Some food for thought. So, Terence Crawford, 38 years of age, was pulled over by law enforcement officers due to reckless driving. There were 4 occupants in the vehicle. Terence Crawford was identified as the driver. Okay? All right? Can I get one like? You know I don't ask for much. Can the likes be congruent with the viewership? I don't ask for much. All right? One of the occupants in the car was Terence Crawford's security team. This is what we heard. In fact, it was the head of security for Terence Crawford. There were 2 occupants in the car that were carrying a firearm. Double salute to D1. What up, bro? One of them were Terence Crawford, and the other one was the head of security, the armed security guard that was sitting in the passenger seat next to Terence Crawford. Hey, J-Rock, I'm glad you're here, buddy. You said, where we going with this? We going real far with this. Jump on the school bus. I'm going to take you on a field trip. Brian King, what's up, my guy? These are the facts that we know of. Law enforcement officers went up to the vehicle to engage in a dialogue with Terence Crawford. Apparently, obviously, to ask for license, registration, and proof of insurance. It's a standard procedure, I'm sure. And the police officer, law enforcement officer, noticed that there was a firearm exposed on the floor panel of the driver's side. Guns were drawn on the occupants, and all 4 occupants were asked to exit the vehicle. Terence Crawford was not arrested, as we've heard people lie on social media and say. He was just detained. Terence Crawford received a citation, also known as a ticket, for reckless driving, and then they all 4 were sent on their way. Terence Crawford didn't get gripped up. Terence Crawford didn't get wrestled to the ground. Terence Crawford and the 3 occupants that occupied the vehicle, they all complied with the demands of the officers and exited the vehicle. There's another fact that we have to address. I said it last night. I'm going to say it again now. Terence Crawford requested to speak to the superior officers, such as the supervisors, captain, and or lieutenant, who did arrive on the scene. Is there any more facts that I need to address? I think they're all for right now. Okay. Now let's dive into where we need to go. Let's start in the back seat. According to Coach Malachi, what he said on his platform, and I have to say this in full disclosure, I didn't hear everything that he said. I only listened to about 5 minutes of it because I wanted to hear him say what he thought was the outcome of this situation, because he claimed that he was there. Okay? Now, Coach Malachi was sitting in the back seat, according to him. And next to Coach Malachi, according to Coach Malachi, there was an unidentified woman who is a, quote, friend of the family, who Coach Malachi didn't want to reveal her name. Now, there is another fact that I want to point out, that it was also 1:30 in the a.m. It was 1:30 in the morning at this time. All right, so we got all the facts now. Okay. Now, there were 2 occupants sitting up front. Terence Crawford was the driver, and the armed, licensed security and head of security, let me not leave that part out, head of security was sitting directly next to Terence Crawford in the passenger seat. Double salute to my guy. He's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll the Tape film crew, Mr. Altruistic. What's up, my guy? 1:30 in the morning. 4 occupants in the car. Firearm ban exposed. Reckless driving. We're going to start with Coach Malachi, bro. I'm going to say something about all of these occupants in this car. You ain't going to find this nowhere else. That's why I'm glad y'all here. Got the ladies here. My dimple showing. Now, Coach Malachi, let me give you a message, homie. Why you making public statements, dog? I said this to you last night. I'm going to say it again. You was there. Cool. I get it. You want everybody to know that you was in the car with Bud. That's cool. No problem. But why are you making public statements when this entire ordeal is under investigation, including with the internal affairs? Where am I getting at with this? You should just be talking about your experience. But instead, Coach Malachi was dissecting what was right from the officers and what was wrong according to him reading the actual reports. Don't do that. Because anything you say can and will be held against you in the court of law and also in the court of public opinion. Now, what is the significance of me bringing that up? Because you are identifying what the cops did that was right in your public statements that you're making on YouTube. Law enforcement can use that to justify the fact that that's the reason why they pulled the gun out on Terence Crawford. And you know what parts I'm talking about specifically that I actually heard you say. You shouldn't have said those things, bro. Because that can actually hurt the case of Terence Crawford, is what I'm saying. Okay? So I think at this point, because everything is under investigation. Now, I know, Coach Malachi, you said that Terence Crawford's attorneys did not advise you not to speak publicly. But other people in Terence Crawford's camp told you specifically, according to your words, don't say certain things. But you know what I just said in the beginning of this podcast tonight. If you ain't going to tell the whole story, then shh, don't say nothing at all. Because in this situation, you can't leave critical pieces of information out because people are screaming racism and not addressing the actual facts. And that's perpetuating the narrative. And on YouTube, we just can't do that as content creators. So I'm holding you accountable. Shh. Okay, you was in the car with Bud. You could have said that and left it like that, homie. We get it. We get it. Nah. But at the same time, bro, shh, it's under investigation. Don't do too much of this. You're doing too much of this, homie. Shh. That's my message for Coach Malachi. Now let's get to the girl that was sitting next to him, the family friend who don't have a name all of a sudden. Sweetheart, I don't know you. I hope you're a good person. But let me say this. Oh, let me stop. Ariana here? Double salute. Ariana. We got Ariana here. We got Miss Joelle here. We got Nikki Love here. We got the ladies here. What's up? What's up, Ariana? Let me calm down because the ladies don't like when I'm animated like this. But ladies, I have to give the fellas like when I'm animated. It gives them entertainment. They understand. But check this out. Because we do have ladies here. Right? The lady that's sitting next to sitting next to Coach Malachi, right directly behind the driver's seat, right? She's the one that posted this. She's the one that posted just that one picture of the cop. You see it in my thumbnail, right? The cop pointing the gun at Bud. She posted just a picture of that. And she posted the 20-second clip of when Terence Crawford had his hands up. Y'all heard the short. Y'all heard it, right? Terence Crawford had his hands up getting out the car, and he actually said out of his own mouth, I'm not reaching for the gun. I'm not going to reach for the gun. I have my hands up. I'm not going to reach for the gun, right? Sweetheart, I get it. You might want attention. You might want to get some views. You might want to put a narrative out there. I get it. The cop was wrong, racist. I get it. But you know when you put that video out, right? And law enforcement heard Terence Crawford say, I got my hands up. I'm not going to reach for the gun. You know that law enforcement officers can use that as justification of the reason why they have probable cause to pull his gun. Oh, okay. See, everybody getting so emotional trying to get clicks, and that can backfire is what I'm saying, sweetheart. In other words, is it wasn't necessary to post that. Now, if the cop would have violated Bud by throwing him on the ground, wrestling him to the ground, beating him up, violating code, then I can understand you posting the full video on that. But sweetheart, you didn't put out the whole video. Once again, anybody speaking on this topic, you got to put out the whole video. You got to tell the whole entire story. You can't leave parts out. Sweetheart, that was sitting in that back seat, you left pertinent information out. That means you was trying to drive a narrative when you did that. I'm not mad at you, sweetheart, because I don't know you. But what I'm saying to you is this. To protect Bud Crawford, you shouldn't have posted that part. Because I guarantee you, law enforcement going to use that as justification of why the cop had probable cause to pull out their firearm. You ain't going to find this nowhere else, y'all. But we got to keep it real with each other, right? So I'm speaking the truth in love. The scriptures say that open rebuke is better than secret love. Yeah. It's better to openly correct somebody than to sit up there and be fake and you really don't love them in secret. Yeah. We got another person here. Sin Ironheart. What's up, big dog? But we got to keep it all the way 100. And y'all know how I'm going to carry it. 100. $1, as they say in Philly. Right? Sweetheart, you ain't put the whole video out. Why not? I got a question on that. Why didn't you put out the whole entire video? That's what I'm trying to figure out. You got to put out the whole video. When the first time you was recording, all the way to the very end. Because what that does is, as far as integrity is concerned, it gives the audience that you're trying to make an appeal to the opportunity to decide what really happened, what's right, what's wrong, right? And make a more informed decision. But instead, people are running with the narrative based off a 20-second clip in a small little picture of the cop holding the gun on Bud. Because the narrative is the cop was racist. You have to put out the entire video if you think about posting it. I mean, it's a little bit too late now. Because everything's under investigation, and I advise you, please don't put the whole video out now. We don't want anything else to backfire on Bud. See, I told y'all before, I advocate for the fighters. I told y'all that, and I'm doing it right now. So basically what I'm saying is, sweetheart, you was being messy. Yeah, I know y'all don't want to hear it. Now somebody going to ask me, well, Manager Marty, how is she being messy? I'm going to tell you how. Because she's the one that posted it. There's a content creator named Coach Malachi who was sitting next to her, and he didn't even pull his phone out to record it or publish it. And if he did record it, he ain't hey, people that I'm cool with that watch this channel, they send me stuff from Coach Malachi, and they haven't sent me anything yet that he recorded at the time all of this happened and published it on his channel. Now, if he did, and I don't know, I apologize. But as of tonight, from what I know right now, he ain't recorded and published it on his channel. I'm talking about the entire ordeal. So, sweetheart, what was your motive when you posted that? The content creator who really was justified in really posting all of that for content purposes was the guy sitting next to you, Coach Malachi. Sweetheart, you was being messy. There was no point of you doing that. You ride with the champ. Now, if the cop would have really violated, then put that video out. All of it. Because we're going to need that video to hold the police officer accountable. Okay? But you can't put out a little picture of the cop putting the... Come on, you're going to tell a story. Tell the whole... Don't leave no parts of the story out. What's your motive on that? You was being messy. Let's work our way over to Terence Crawford. How old is Terence Crawford, y'all? We're going to get to security guard in a minute. We're going to save him for last. We're going to get with Bud, the driver. I already said my message to Coach Malachi, who was in the back seat. I already said my message for the female that was sitting next to Coach Malachi behind Terence Crawford in the back seat. Now we're going to fly up there to the front seat in the driver's side, talk to Bud, and then we're going passenger side next. Bud, how old are you, Bud? Bud Crawford fans, y'all in my live chat. I need y'all to answer that. We need more engagement in the live chat. And if you're watching the replay as live, you can also engage in the comments section. Answer this question. How old is Terence Crawford? I just played the audio of the news report. If you forgot, I'll play it again. How old? Can somebody in the live chat tell me how old Terence Crawford is? Who was that? RQQ, thank you. 38 years old. Bud Crawford, I got a message for you, homie. I gave you your flowers yesterday for doing the right thing. Now I got to hold you accountable on this. Bud, you 38 years old, homie. You 38. You old enough to understand, Bud Crawford. When you are in the presence of law enforcement, please don't have a firearm exposed so that they can see it. I know the law in Nebraska, which content creators didn't even research the law. I'm talking about the gun law. Let me do it for you now. Nebraska law clearly states that as of 2023, residents over the age of 21 years of age, 21 years older, do not need a concealed license to carry a firearm. They don't need it. Or some states say license to carry a concealed firearm. LCCF, right? They don't need a license or a permit to carry. Okay? As of 2023. Right? So that's a great thing. Right? Okay, no problem. You have your license, right, Bud? From what the report says, you're licensed to carry a firearm. Concealed weapon, correct? Okay. The officer saw an exposed weapon near you. According to the reports from the news now, on the floor panel or floorboard or floor panel of the driver. You the driver, right, Bud? You the driver, right? I'm not saying you can't have your gun out in your car, is your vehicle, is your gun, is your license or permit, right? What I am saying is as soon as you saw those sirens, Terence Crawford, 38 years old, you in your town, you in Omaha, you know the climate of law enforcement out there, don't you? Okay. As soon as you saw blue and red sirens and you heard the sirens and law enforcement officers was communicating with you non-verbally through their sirens protocol to pull the car over, at some point, Bud, you're going to need to conceal that firearm. You're 38 years old and you understand that, right? This is your town. You're not in Louisiana. You're not in Texas. You're not in Florida. You're not down south. You're not where it's certain laws is different. Every state have different gun laws. What I'm getting at is, bruh, you're in the presence of law enforcement that's basically trying to engage you. You don't need to have a weapon exposed. I'm going by what the reports say. And even though Nebraska is a constitutional state, and yes, they honor open carry. But when you are in the presence of law enforcement, especially when you don't have to prove that you have a license, wisdom tells us from the street, from the hood, we don't give law enforcement probable cause. Yeah, it's open carry, but we are wise. We are wise. We don't want to antagonize law enforcement either now. You're coming in contact with law enforcement. Use wisdom. Because I'm in a confined space in my vehicle and law enforcement is approaching me. Yeah. I can have the gun sitting out. But because I got pulled over and I gave them probable cause, I'm not going to give them another reason to jam me. I'm putting this gun up. I might put it on my hip, might put it in the center console, might put it in my glove compartment, but I'm not going to chance it and have it out in the presence of law enforcement when law enforcement is approaching me. 38 years old, bud. You was caught slipping and you was caught lacking, homie. I'm keeping it real with you, bud, because nobody else is. You know what they saying, bud? Racism, racism, racism. When the cop pull their gun out on you, when they see an exposed one, there's nothing racist about that. You gave the cops probable cause, bud, when you was recklessly driving. You gave them probable cause, bud, to pull that weapon out on you and the occupants of your vehicle because you was reckless having that gun exposed in the presence of law enforcement. Yeah, nobody else ain't gonna tell you I am. Now, if the body cam come out and prove everything else otherwise, that ain't my fault because I'm going by what the news report just said. But we got to understand accountability starts with us. You 38 years old, you black, and you understand the climate here in America, right? Between engagement of law enforcement officers and the black community. You know that, bud. You got to use wisdom, homie. I appreciate you doing this, bud. You stood tall by complying with the officer's demands when they asked you to get out the car. Now, I'm not saying you did that the first time or the second time. I don't know. But the point is you did it. And if most people comply with the officer's demands, things won't escalate most of the time, okay? That's on Bud. Now, let's get to the other guy. Top flight. According to what the report we just heard on the news, I just played the clip for y'all. Let's get to him. He's the head of Team Crawford's security. Head of security. I have some things I want to share with you, bro. Now, let me ask you a question. Where was your awareness at? You was caught lacking too, homie. Where was your awareness at? If you are the head of security, head, that means people that work under you, you are their boss, right? Where was your awareness in this whole entire situation, homie? Let me tell you why I'm saying that. There's two responsibilities that private security have when you hire private security detail. It's very simple. Protection and prevention. Okay? Protection and prevention. And that's armed security and unarmed security. Double salute to 2 Cents Boxing. Let me say that last piece again. The primary responsibility for the private security detail is to provide protection and prevention. Now, I personally have hired security detail on a lot of occasions, armed and unarmed. Okay? All right? Over the years. Okay? All right? They have a fee. Typically about $150 to about $350 an hour. Okay? All right? And every security officer that I've hired, and I'm not talking about no homeboy security with just an Act 235 or Act 234. No. I'm talking about an actual company who deploy specific security detail that I've worked with in the past, and I like how they operate. Okay? With that being said, if any of my security detail, any of them, and they might be watching me now, I haven't seen some of them in a while, but they all know me. If any of them get caught lacking and slipping on the job with me, you fired. They already know how I move. What am I getting at? Take my hat off. Terence Crawford had armed security. There's no way that he should have been in contact with law enforcement. There's no way that a guy who hires head of security, armed in a confined space like a vehicle, have to get a gun pointed in his. I wish I would have a gun being stuck in my face and I got armed security getting paid by the hour. You fired. I wish I would have armed security with me and law enforcement is telling me to step out the car because I'm recklessly driving, either because I'm falling asleep or I'm sipping something. You mean to tell me you armed security and you didn't see me swerving and feel nothing? Where was your awareness that night, bruh? At 1:30 in the morning, where was it? Somebody got to talk to me tonight. I'm going ham on him. I want to ask him where was your awareness, bruh? Where was it? I'm just asking, where was it? If Terence Crawford was recklessly driving and you are sitting in the car next to him, how did y'all get pulled over, homie? I wish I would be falling asleep, and I don't drink. Everybody knows that. But let's say I was a little tipsy or whatever. They did the parade. You know what I mean? I'm partying. I'm chilling. I'm driving, and I'm swerving, or I'm making U-turns, or I'm breaking traffic laws, and you armed security sitting there. You didn't take over the wheel. You fired. We get pulled over. I get a gun pulled in my face. You don't understand what I'm... Okay, cool. You don't understand what I'm saying? Okay, picture this. You driving. You pay the man by the hour. You driving. He armed. You... First of all, if I hire a gun, I don't need one. Let me say that again for people that don't know about security. If I hire a gun, I don't need one. That's just me. But, hey, I can carry one too because my armed security got one, no problem. No problem. But hold on for a minute. We driving. I got a guy who I'm hiring, paying by the hour. I'm swerving. I'm reckless in my driving. I'm speeding. I'm doing double U-turns. Whatever I'm doing, it's reckless and it's obviously violating traffic laws. You sitting there. Nothing in you said, boss. That's what they used to call me when I hired certain security. Boss, Marty, Mr. Brown, let me take over the wheel. Mr. Brown, you tired? I'll finish the drive. Don't worry about it. Mr. Brown, you on? You a little tipsy? Don't worry. You ain't even driving in the first. I got it. Not only that, you armed security. You supposed to be trained, right? The cops pull us over. I got my gun. Maybe it accidentally fell on the floor. Whatever. It's exposed. Nothing in you, armed head of security, said, Bud. Oh, damn. All right, we pulled over. We see the sirens. I'm looking at my side. You security. You looking out your side mirror from the passenger seat. You see the red and blue lights, and you notice Terence Crawford pulling over. Nothing in you, armed security, said, hey, Bud, I'm gonna put your gun, glove compartment. I'm sitting right in front of it. Because I don't want law enforcement to come and see this exposed. It's going to escalate to something else, possibly. Bud, here, put your gun on your hip, homie. Keep it concealed. Just, yeah, we can open carry and all, but just keep it concealed. Just for the fact that it's 1:30 in the morning, it's a carload full of people, and you was recklessly driving. We don't want this to escalate. Yo, put your gun away, man. You armed security, homie. How did y'all get pulled over? How did your principal, your client, get a gun stuck in his... I wish a gun gets stuck in my face and I'm paying somebody to protect and prevent. Your job was to prevent that from happening. Your job was to protect and prevent. The reason why I'm animated is because I hire security. I understand protocol now. Your job is to prevent the principal, the client, from getting involved in any engagement with law enforcement. 1:30 in the morning, your antenna should have already... Yo, everybody in that car wasn't on point, man. Coach Malachi wasn't on point. The girl who posted this halfway video, she wasn't on point. Terence Crawford wasn't on point, and armed head of security wasn't on point. And if I was the driver, all three of y'all got to get out. And guess what? I treat the security guard like Cam did. Hey, all right, I'm lying. I wouldn't do that. Cam was a sucker for treating Adrian Broner. I'm talking about just that one part. Only the part where he went in his bag and paid them the money on camera. I didn't like that part. All I'm saying is, y'all got to roll. Y'all got to roll. Sweetheart, you definitely ain't riding with me no more because you doing too much, being messy. And you know how Manager Marty is with these phones. What was you doing that for? And I didn't even know you was recording. Now, if something would have went down, I appreciate that. But you going to do the halfway joint? Oh, I get it. Shorty, you ain't riding with me no more. Sweetheart, you ain't riding with the big dog no more. Yeah, you want attention and you messy with the phone. We not doing that no more. Coach Malachi, you going to talk about it and you pointing out certain things and it's showing some inconsistency in my statement because you running your mouth because you happy to be around me. I ain't rolling with you no more. And armed security, you the head security? We're in a confined space and you ain't on point? We in a car. It's not like we're in front of 1,000 people. That's something different, homie. We are in a confined space. If my security detail is not on point at 1:30 in the morning in a confined space, a vehicle, you got to go. You in a whole security company. Done. That's how I roll. Let's keep it real, Rick. D1, we got to keep it real. Where my people from the hood at, man? That understand. Where's my people that ever... Aaron Muhammad's here. Aaron Muhammad promotes, right? Not a boxing promoter, but he promotes other things. Aaron Muhammad understands security. Somebody that have experience with dealing with security. Can you tell me, am I wrong about what I'm saying about this armed, licensed, trained, paid security? Tell me if I'm wrong. I hired security, bro. I got a gun stuck in my face. I'm getting pulled over. We doing too much. And you sitting right here? Let me tell you something. When I had security, listen, I told Lucky this earlier. In the briefing, right? We used to do briefings. I'm going to let y'all go in a minute. I'm going to let y'all go. I promise you, I'm going to let y'all go in a minute. But check this out. My security would give a brief every time, right in the beginning, before we move, before we do anything. We're going to do a briefing. On the railroad, we call it a job briefing. We're going to do a job briefing. We're going to outline the do's and don'ts. The environment we're going to be in. Protocol. What happens if danger arises? What's our exit strategy? What we going to do? How we going to move out? When we in the car? Who's going to do the talking in front of law enforcement? We do all of that. So don't tell me that this armed security guard was on point. Don't tell me that. You tell somebody that don't have experience with it. Don't tell me that, because he was lacking. Everybody in this car was lacking. All four of them. And you better not cry racism. Because the next point that I'm making for the security guard, let me play that last piece, man. I'm going to let y'all go. I got to play this last piece. Because he went on the news and made a statement. You told the news what? Yo, I wish my security detail would get on the news and say, I was shaken up. I was scared. What's up, Mr. Vegas? I was scared for my... You was scared? Man, I don't pay you $350 an hour to be scared, homie. You can be scared, but you better not show nobody else. You better not show the ops you scared. And you better not run to the news and say you scared, $350 an hour. I'm talking about manager. I'm just saying. It's protocol. I know y'all gonna get mad after this one. That's why I wore this hat. Nobody's favorite. It's gonna be all right. I'm gonna play that last piece real quick. Hold on. We found it. Here it is. We found it. Y'all get mad at me all you want. I'm steering my grits tonight. Oh, listen to this. Listen to how this sounds, y'all. Here it is. Roll the tape.
At around 12th and Cass. Once they had stopped, Crawford was identified as the driver. According to police, officers observed a firearm on the floorboard on the driver's side. All 4 people, including members of Crawford's security team, were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. I spoke with the head of Crawford's security this afternoon, who says he's still shaken up.
I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives. That was a nightmare. You know, future husband, just had a brand new child and, you know, children and, you know, and stuff like that. And to know that I almost lost my life last night because we had a police officer that don't know how to articulate a traffic stop.
I'm done. I'm done with this. This is crazy work. Hold on for a minute. The white man, the news reporter said, look. Hey, 2 cents. Hey, Nikki Love. Hey, Ariana. This all the ladies. Look. Don't take my word for it. Look at the chat. Even the ladies is talking about this guy. It ain't just me. Check this out. The white guy, the news reporter said, when we talked to the head of security at Terence Crawford, and he said he's still shaking up. You 350 up. Hey, I'm paying you $350 an hour, and you still shaking up 2 days later, you fired. You ain't gonna find this nowhere else. I pay you $350 an hour. You telling a white man in the news you still shaking up? What? You you fired, homie. You still shaking up. Why you shaking up? Because now you saying it was guns pointed at us. We almost lost our life. It was your fault. You broke standard procedures. You broke standard security practices. That almost cost you your life, homie. But you're going to say, oh, it's the cop's fault. It's the police officer's fault. Because the police officers don't, I don't want to misquote him. I'm going to play that last piece. I think he said the police officer don't know how to, hold on, man. I don't want to misquote this. Hold on, let me put that laptop. What?
Observed a firearm on the floorboard on the driver's side. All 4 people, including members of Crawford's security team, were ordered out of the vehicle at gunpoint. I spoke with the head of Crawford's security this afternoon, who says he's still shaken up.
I thought we were getting ready to lose our lives. That was a nightmare. You know, future husband, just had a brand new child and, you know, children and, you know, and stuff like that. And to know that I almost lost my life last night because we had a police officer that don't know how to articulate a traffic stop.
We had a police officer that don't know how to articulate a traffic stop. Why was it a traffic spot? Why was it a traffic stop in the first place, homie? If your principal, your client is recklessly driving, what did you think was going to happen, homie? That's protocol, man. I blame security too. I'm holding Bud accountable, of course, but I got to hold the security accountable. Your client is recklessly driving, homie. And y'all get caught with a gun on the floor? For what? The cops should have never seen the gun exposed, period. You getting paid money per hour to do a job and follow standard procedures. What are we talking about? Your client got a gun pointed in his face. That's your fault. Now, if security wasn't there, all right. But you sitting there on payroll next to the guy. What? Man, yeah, I'm animated tonight. I'm going to let y'all go. How professional was that? Your client got a gun stuck in his face, period. You armed, you're licensed, you're trained, you're the head of security. That's what the news report called you just now. And your client got a gun stuck in his face? See, they not talking about this on YouTube. You know what they talking about? Racism. What? Racism? We ain't even touch on whether the officer was racist or not. You know why? I want y'all to finish this statement in the live chat. I want y'all to finish this statement in the comments section if you're watching the replay of this. For every action, there is it's only one word. It's only one word. For every action, there is, sorry, y'all, I got a messed up back. So I got to keep my pillow. But that don't mean none of y'all can try me. Hey, men, that don't mean none of y'all can try me. And ladies, that don't mean that I still can't work. That's all I'm saying. Now listen, back to what, got to stay focused. Mac Marty just got activated, got to stay focused. I got to give you entertainment, I got to stay focused. Now check this out. For every action, and I got 7 people in the live chat that said it, there is a reaction. You know law enforcement only have about 2 seconds or less to react, right? Oh, okay then. What was the action? We're not going to talk about no racism. We got to deal with the action. The action was, according to reports now, according to the citation, the ticket that Terence Crawford still have in his possession, that the law enforcement officer gave him, he was driving recklessly. So the cop reacted to you violating traffic laws outside. And he pulled you over. Or they pulled you over. That was a reaction. That's what law enforcement officers are supposed to do. Okay, cool. Law enforcement officer approaching your vehicle now. Trying to ask for your license, registration, and proof of insurance, which is standard police procedures. We understand that protocol, right? And notices that there is a firearm exposed in the vehicle. That was the action. And the reaction was the police officer drew his weapon. That's standard procedure. And then asked for you and your occupants to get out of the vehicle and make sure that nobody reached for that gun. Now, somebody's going to say, how you know all of this, Marty? Because the girl in the back seat being messy, she posted it on TikTok and Instagram and social media. And Terence Bud Crawford said, I got my hands up. I ain't going to reach for the gun. Now, why would Terence Crawford say that if there was no gun visible to law enforcement? See how that's going to backfire on him? The mayor going to bail Bud and them out. Might even cut him a check. Because you see what the head of security did, ran to the news. I see what you're trying to do, security. You're trying to get a check from the city and the department. I get it. Because you want to make it seem like, oh, we black. And the white racist cop don't even know how to perform a traffic stop. And he pointed guns at it. I was in fear for my life. Please cut me a check. It's the oldest trick in the book. In the black community, we know what he's trying to do. Hold yourself accountable, Mr. Head of Security. You breach security. Your job is to protect and prevent. And you did neither. You didn't protect because you allowed your principal, your client, to recklessly drive on the street. And you didn't prevent guns from being pointed in your face, his face, and the 2 occupant faces in the back seat. You allowed that gun to be exposed. You gave cops probable cause just like Bud Crawford did. Bud Crawford gave him probable cause by recklessly driving, and you gave him probable cause by allowing the cops to pull you over. Ain't nothing in you say, let me, I got it from here, Bud. You recklessly drive, I got it. Man, guess what? You work for Manager Marty. You fired. You let me recklessly drive. I got to pay a ticket. And you, wait, hold up. I get pulled over, first of all. I get put in handcuffs, second of all. Before that, I get a gun drawn on me, third of all. Fourth of all, I get told to exit my vehicle. Fifth of all, I got to pay a citation after this. And sixth of all, my name is up in the news. My man, I appreciate your time. You fired. You fired, homie. Because guess what's going to happen? When law enforcement got to pull out their body cam, we're going to see what really happened. And I hope it don't backfire on Bud. I'm still for the fighter. Even though I'm holding all of them accountable, I'm still for the fighter. My best interest in the fighter, Bud Crawford. Nobody else in that car. Him. my best interest for him. I'm for the fighter. I tell it like it is. I'm helping the fighter. Double salute, Richie L. I appreciate you, big dog, for the support in the super chat. Thank you for your contribution and your support. Richie L says this. He turned the air fryer up 400 degrees. Richie said this. How the cop saw the gun on the floor if he was on the driver's side? Because according to the police report, the gun was on the floor of the driver panel. You see, the cops are trained. They know what to look for. When they got that flashlight looking in that car, 1:30 in the morning with 4 occupants in the car, oh, you already know how that's going to go down. But you know the head of security, his awareness somehow vanished. I don't know what happened. Y'all was off. None of y'all was on point. Nobody's going to justify nothing to me. Y'all wasn't on point. Crawford had the gun. It was Terence Crawford's gun. What we talking about? Did he have a license to carry it? Yes. According to what the report said. Is Nebraska a constitutional state? Yes. Do you need a permit to carry a firearm concealed? No. Since 2023, I did my research. See, the content creators that's talking about this, talking about racism, they didn't do the research. Hopefully they learned something tonight. But the point that I'm making is there's certain places you are restricted and prohibited from carrying your concealed weapon. And a police station is one of them. But just out of pure wisdom, as Terence Crawford is 38 years of age, you're about to come in contact with a law enforcement officer that's walking up to your car because you gave them probable cause. Let me tell you something. I'm not even going to escalate this situation. Gun coming right back on my hip. Before the cop get out of his car, gun getting put in the console, the center console. Gun getting put up in the glove compartment if it's not on my person. I'm not going to have this gun exposed on no level. Because you know why? I know what's going to come next. What's going to come next is what happened. Gun going to be drawn on me. Step out the car, sir. I'm going to have to detain you. I know that if I'm 38 and I'm from the hood. I already know that. And I also understand the climate of the relationship between police officers, particularly the white ones, and the black community. We understand the climate. Y'all wasn't on point. Y'all always caught slipping and lacking. All 4 of you, particularly the 2 up front. Terence Crawford and head of security. You ain't going to find this nowhere else. But I'm going to keep it real with you. We ain't going to go down that train of racism. We ain't doing that, not on this channel. I can't prove that white cop was racist or not. I don't even have enough information. But I can tell you that Terence Crawford was wrong if he's recklessly driving. He gave cops probable cause. Security was wrong for letting him. I can tell you Terence Crawford was wrong if he allowed the cop to see the exposed gun in his vehicle. He gave the cop probable cause for that gun to be drawn on him. And guess what? Head of security as well. So all that running to the news, Mr. Head of Security, I was in fear of my life. I just had a newborn baby. You know, the cop, you don't know how to articulate a traffic stop. Bruh, articulate what? What's to articulate? Get out of the car? What else is there to articulate from that? I got a gun drawn on you because I just saw an exposed gun in this car and I don't want nobody reaching for it. So to protect myself and others, it's my job. Y'all got to step out the car. What else is there to articulate, homie? But if you would have been doing your job, the traffic stop would have never happened. And even if it did, it wouldn't have nothing to do with no gun. That's all I'm saying. I hope everything goes well for Bud. But this should be a life learning lesson for all 4 of them in the car. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking, man. You know, don't take my word for it.